The amount of data people generate each day is growing exponentially. Researchers warn that within a few decades, we could exceed the ability to store it all with current technologies. Among the causes, the soaring energy use of data farms, a dwindling supply of key resources, and the short lifespan of hard drives, and the other ways we store data. An international consortium of researchers is exploring one possible solution: DNA, the oldest form of data storage on Earth.
DNA is attractive for several reasons. One, it's incredibly dense, so you can store information in a very small space. All the information that is currently on the internet, if it was stored in DNA, it would be able to fit inside of a shoebox.
The DNA used for digital data storage would be synthesized in a lab, but is essentially the same molecule that stores the genetic data of living things and things that once lived.
It's incredibly durable. When properly stored, DNA can last for thousands, maybe millions of years.
Researchers say DNA is a media format that is unlikely to become obsolete, since humans will always have an interest in reading DNA.
We'll always have the readers because we're interested in reading biological DNA, our own DNA, but also we will have the ability to read our digital information.
Twist Bioscience in San Francisco synthesizes DNA for a wide range of uses, including data storage. It has automated and miniaturized the process of turning digital information into DNA. The code of digital information, which is made up of ones and zeros, can be translated to the genetic code in DNA, consisting of 4 chemical compounds known as A, C, G, and T.
The process of writing DNA starts from literally 4 bottles, ACGT, and it's very similar to printing on a color printer. You have a file, which is a bunch of zeros and ones, and then in the computer, you transform that zeros and ones into ACGT. And then the next step is to physically write the ACGT on silicon. And so it's basically 3D printing of ACGT on silicon.
Then, sometime in the future, the DNA on that silicon chip can be translated back into digital information. To help introduce the technology, Twist Bioscience and its partners have archived in DNA the United Nations Convention on the Rights of the Child, recordings from the Montreux Jazz Festival, and a Netflix show. The process currently costs about $1,000 per megabyte, but is expected to drop as the technology evolves.
The next chip will go from 256 million pieces of DNA to 3 billion, and the next one will go from 3 billion to 50 billion.
Big things to come from this tiny molecule. Matt Dibble for VOA News, San Francisco.